the 45th person I met. I had a meeting that day and I had to travel to this particular place to meet a few people to discuss about my show. And this meeting was one of the first few meetings that I had after this lockdown of the pandemic. Okay, so I drove my way to this particular place. I reached there, and usually when I am in a meeting, I usually put my phone on mute so that I don't get distracted when the meeting is happening. But that day I had to attend a few calls and I couldn't really ignore them. So I put my phone on vibration and I attended the meeting. We discussed about a lot of things and what we should change and what are the renovations we could bring for the show and all of that. And after this meeting got over, I could actually sense my phone vibrating in the middle of the meeting for quite a few times. And once the meeting got over, I took out my phone, unlocked it, and I figured out that I didn't have any phone calls, but I had some 50 messages. And as I was about to open and read the messages, I got a call from my colleague to check on a work that I was supposed to do that I actually forgot that I had to do. So she called me and she asked me if there was any update on that, and I told her that I will update it in just 1 more hour. And then I immediately went outside, took my bike, and I was riding back to my home as quick as I could possibly reach so that I could finish the work that I was supposed to get done with. So as I was driving back my way, I was having things in my head. I had organized my things as in like what I should do to make sure that the work gets done. As I was organizing all of this, I was driving my way past back home, and the route was usually something that I actually pick for my work, so it was not new. But what was new was the traffic that I had in that place. That is basically a bypass route. It's a highway, and therefore we don't really have traffic most of the time, but that day it had way too much of traffic, and it was filled with lorries and trucks. So with my bike, I just had to find my way in the corners I had, in the space I had between the lorries, and I somehow managed to reach somewhere close to my house. And then there was this place where I had to take a right cut. So I was in this left lane, so I came to the rightest corner of my left lane, and I was waiting for the traffic to clear up so that I can take my right cut. And when I was actually, one part of my brain was thinking of the work I had to do, and then my another part of this brain is looking at a bike that is coming in the opposite direction with 3 boys in it, and all the 3 boys were looking completely untamed, and their hair looked like broom, and there was this one head that was peeping out from these 3 heads, and there was this my heart kept telling me that I shouldn't judge them by just the way they looked, and I was trying to stop myself from judging these 3 boys because I had no business with them. And there was this small tiny open truck right in front of me which had some gravel stones, and the boy was sitting in the middle. He picked up 3 stones, and I could see all of this, but I wasn't really worried about it. And then this boy threw 1 stone through a corner, and then he threw another stone right on me, and he made this weird sound, and I didn't really understand why he threw a stone on me. The traffic kind of cleared up, and I moved. I took my right cut, and I just came back home, and I did my work that was pending, and I just started to think, why did that boy throw a stone at me? I could really sense no reason for that, and I felt really embarrassed. I wanted to cry, but the tears were reluctant to come out of my heart. Maybe the pain in my hand slowly shifted to my heart for no reason, and when I was actually trying to put things into thoughts and trying to find out why it all happened, was it because I was a girl? Was it probably because the boy hated me for how I looked, but it should have been none of his concern? Or was it because I had one person pending to meet for this 15 people I met series? This boy is the 45th person I met.